Shamrock decides to summon two holy knights, and I just wanna ask, what the is that? And why did he summon a dad? Like, bro just finished his 9-hour shift and you drag bro back into this game. I really wanted one of the holy knights to summon inside the castle and get ragdolled by Luffy, Zoro and Gaban. But anyways, I'm not disappointed with the comedic approach Oda has with the other two god knights. Or should I say goof knights. Luffy and Zoro vs Gaban, Luffy getting the key to unlock Loki, Shamrock and Gunko reaching near Walrus School to kidnap all the kids, two new Holy Knights, and the Holy Knights' new plan to make a game out of Elbaph. I think they mean the thing which happened during the God Valley. The chapter starts with Gaban preparing to fight Luffy. Zoro realizes that this person is not just a random bozo, but he couldn't recognize him fully. Gaban takes the key and completely coats it in haki and bonks Luffy. Similarly, I would suggest you to take a key, coat it with haki and smash it on the subscribe button. I mean, you don't need a key, you might just use a finger if you don't have a key at your disposal. It reveals his straw hat when he gets up and Gaban compliments it. At this point it's a trend. Every Roger pirate who looks at like Luffy, he's like, oh, that straw hat looks good, bro. He says it looks better than the helmet. Luffy replies that it's something Shanks gave him and he's holding on to it. So Gaban mocks Shanks by saying, oh, so he gave it to you on rent. Wow, what a cheapskate. Obviously that triggers Luffy and Gaban feeds Luffy the key. Yeah, before he can say one word, literally shoves it in his mouth. And Luffy's face gets morphed into like a key shape. He pulls out his iconic 2 axes and uses Grim Throng and sends a lot of slashes towards Luffy and Zoro. I'm not gonna lie, I got Sukuna PTSD here. Zoro takes all his 3 swords out and Luffy goes gear 5, grabbing Gaban's axe. He recognizes Luffy's gear 5th and bro just gives up. He says you have the key and if Elbaph is safe at the end of the day, come and find him. Zoro tries telling them who this man actually is, but Luffy and Zoro are pissed off and doesn't want to meet him ever again. Well, obviously because they don't know that this man is freaking left hand of Roger Pirates. Near the Walrus School, the kids see a weird bird flying away and it's Gunko and Shamrock. They both enter a nearby forest and summon the Holy Knights they were supposed to, and instead of 1, 2 of them come out. They look very demonic at first, but then...
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
So you're telling me the Holy Knights, a group of individuals considered a threat by Dragon, and he was hyping them up for like, what, 2 years? Consists of Shamrock, Cursor Girl, a giraffe that has COVID-19, and someone's dad after they come home from work. Like bro literally came to his job in an underwear. And bro just asks Gunko nonchalantly like what is she doing here, and he realizes they are in Elbaph. Wow. He starts dressing up obviously. There's something that happened on the Holy Land and that's why Shamrock has to go back, and that's the reason there are 2 guys here in the first place instead of 1. Surprisingly, this dad knight asks Shamrock that was he visiting Harald's grave? Hey, yo, Harald is not beating the allegations anytime sooner. If you guys don't know, there is a theory out there where it states that Loki is innocent and Harald tried putting an abyss mark, basically the summoning circle, and made some sort of a deal to save Elbaph, but Jarl and Harald had a disagreement and Jarl killed Harald and blamed Loki. Legendary devil fruit was like the Nika fruit which was stolen and taken away by Shanks. And Loki was present there witnessing a murder and he was framed as the traitor instead of Jarl because, you know, who would hate Jarl? And this panel only feeds more into that theory. Like, why would he ask Shamrock that he was visiting Harald's grave? Like, what connection does Shamrock and Harald have? And this also makes me think, is this the reason he asked Loki out of all the people to join the Holy Knights out of Elbaph? Like, he could have asked anyone. But why go for Loki? Anyways, this dude that says that he can't kidnap the kids and teleport them away. They need the abyss mark as well. And I think he's talking about that little mark these two guys have on their hand. That's basically the thing which like lets them teleport, I guess. And it makes a lot of sense on why Katharina Devon, shapeshifted into Saturn on Egghead, because now one of the Blackbeard pirates have the Abyss mark on them. So like they can use this teleportation circle and they can summon themselves anytime they want. Bro, that's just Blackbeard is cooking something, I'm not even kidding. So anyways, he was saying that he can't kidnap the kids and teleport them, they need a mark. And I think these guys are talking about this mark on their hand, but they have to take them to a ship. And I don't know what ship, but yeah, some sort of ship is gonna arrive on Elbaph, and every kid is gonna get transported into that ship and taken back to the Holy Land. And I think, weirdly, Cologne would be the first one to defend everyone against these goobers. Like, I want Cologne to have some character development. Not that much, but a little bit. And I guess this is the right time. Bro just stands up and says, like, you holy knights, I'll beat the shit out of you. And then he gets thrashed and kidnapped. But that's fine. At least he stood up. I want to see that. And if he gets like kidnapped along with the other kids, I don't think so Luffy will just sit quietly. Or at least Gaban will just sit quietly out of all the people. Shamrock ends the chapter by saying they would make a game out of this, and I think he's referring to the Celestial Dragon hunting game we saw during the God Valley flashback. And that's it. But anyways, we'll see during the next chapter what he intends to do, as next week there is no break. Let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.